something, and one follow you home. It's the last thing. I mean, it's one thing to have a hooker follow you home, but I don't want a ghost.
Right, you've been watching that show Hoarders with the W, right?
Warders.
Hoarders. Oh boy. Yeah, so that'll be Wednesday night. That's Mark Huneman, and he wrote the book Seeing Ghosts Through God's Eyes. It'll be on Wednesday night about 9:15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Questions and answers and stories. And
I'll try to make it.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that one. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does appeal to me.
Yeah. If you're gonna miss a show, this is the one to miss, not the next one.
I know. Yeah. Not not another one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll stop my train where I'm at.
You stop your train.
Just slam on those brakes and dial in. Yeah.
Yeah. Forget about UPS. Yeah. Those packages can wait.
Let those Reeboks wait. You get on the show.
Yeah.
That's right. Nobody's gonna notice a couple hours late.
Yeah. Well, I'm on my way home, so I just was going to see if you talked about the Titanic.
No, we didn't. We probably should have covered it, but we get so many things, so many topics.
So okay. See you later.
All right. Thanks for calling in, Ron.
Okay,
all right, bye. Oh, yeah. We probably should have talked about that a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it all, right? I bet there's probably some good ghost things about. We could ask Mark Huneman about the Titanic and underwater ghosts, that kind of thing, shipwrecks. You think there's maybe underwater ghosts?
Underwater ghosts.
Diver ghosts.
They can't breathe.
They can't breathe. I don't know. Wild, wacky stuff. Do you have questions in mind for him? Personal experience?
No, I never had any ghost stories, but I live on a golf course, but that golf course is on top of an Indian burial ground. So,
is it really?
No.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I was gonna say.
Am I at risk? Am I at risk?
Yeah, I would say. Now, why is it always Indian burial grounds?
That's who was here before we got here, dude.
Well, I know, but there's places, cemeteries that have been built over because they weren't seen or whatever, and they built over, like a Poltergeist, right? That was just a regular cemetery they built over, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
I don't know if that's real, but
yeah,
ghosts. I don't know. Do you believe in ghosts, Lenny?
I've never experienced anything like that. So I don't totally discount it. I know Deborah used to do the Ouija board,
right?
And has some crazy stuff. So she did it with her mom, and they basically, long story, they got a contact with a spirit with the Ouija board, and for lack of the ghost was a woman, and I don't know what, but the asked to be called Mo, right? Exactly. So anyway,
wise guy.
And they said that apparently the way and I don't know how this works out, but the story that she told me was that this she was an Indian in that area outside of Chicago, like that Gary, Indiana area.
Dot or feather?
Huh?
Dot or feather?
Feather.
Feather, okay.
Casino or 7-Eleven. So anyway, they talked to her, but they looked it up, and that Indian tribe was not known to be there in the area, which is kind of weird, The information, and I don't, I'm not sure how they're getting, how that's really work, but because they're of the devil,
right?
But so I guess one time they asked for some sort of sign, right? And it told them to take a walk, right? Just they're like, what? And said it like twice, right? So, they were saying, well, it is a nice day. We'll take a walk, right? And so during their walk, it's just a little neighborhood or wherever, and they see something on the ground and pick it up, and it's no, listen, it's
I'm listening.
it's a Zippo lighter, right?
Okay.
And turn it over, and it's engraved
Okay.
with what on it? With what name?
Mo.
Yes,
Is the name or initials?
the name.
Oh, I was just thinking the initials MOE might be.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's pretty.
that's pretty interesting, huh?
Now you don't like the Ouija boards, right? You're kind of
Yeah,
scared of them.
Not scared of them. I think that I remember. So we did. I used to read a lot about the occult and stuff, and actually I met some practicing pagans or witches back in the day, and they kind of gave this advice. They said, you know what, you don't want to call somebody who you don't want to come over. You don't if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to invite trouble, kind of thing. You don't want to invite, a bad spirit or whatever.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's one of those things,
Weird though. I don't know. It just seems like what is it about this Ouija board that is going to make spirits come and the whole thing because both people have their hands on it, and I don't know. It just seems like they're doing it themselves, and I find it hard to believe.
Well, it's true. I mean, that would be the consensus, but it seems pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, and then when we talk to Mark on Wednesday, you'll see he actually talks about the Ouija boards and the dangers of them, and I'm thinking, really, the dangers of them?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I just find it very.
I think it's
difficult
probably
to
more
believe.
along. I think it's more along what I just said.
I don't. I just tend to discount it because it's just a piece of cardboard and a little pointer thing. It's what you.
Well, it's what you. It's a frame of mind, or what you put your.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe it. At least with the Ouija board thing. The ghosts, I'm not sure of. I've never had an experience with the ghosts or anything I thought was a ghost. And even if I did, I think I would tend to try to explain it somehow that is explainable, scientifically explainable.
Right.
Not like a spirit type thing.
All right, I hear what you're saying. I hear.
All right, we got another call, Lenny.
Who it is?
This is our friend Dan from Wisconsin again.
As
soon as I can figure out how to do this. Well, he'll be here in a second. Okay, here we go. All right, Dan, you're on there. How you guys doing? Oh, super! Now that I figured that out, you're on. This is why we need a producer, Lenny, so I don't have to go through this turmoil. Yeah, board operator.
Right, to screen your phone calls.
Feel lucky you didn't get hung up on, because that's usually what happens. Or Lenny gets hung up on.
Hey, one of us.
Left in limbo, yeah. What's up tonight, Dan?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking, the Ouija board, that's a registered trademark of Hasbro, the toy company.
Well, it was Parker Brothers, and I think they got bought out.
Right.
Was it by Hasbro?
Okay. Well, according to Wikipedia, and that's always right. Yes. Yeah, it definitely says Hasbro.
Okay, I don't think Parker Brothers is around anymore, so they may have been bought out by Hasbro, but yeah, it is just a game thing, but they say it does crazy stuff. Do you have any Ouija stories?
You know what? I'm about as skeptical as they come.
Okay.
I don't believe in it. I suppose it's one of those things that you either, I suppose if you've experienced something that you can't explain, then you're probably going to lean towards the, looking, at the occult for the explanation. I think if you haven't experienced it, then you're going to remain skeptical. But really, there's not enough evidence for the skeptics to prove their argument, and there's no hard evidence for the, for the people who believe in it, they can't prove their argument either. So really, what it comes down to, I think, it's all just a waste of time for even anyone.
Well, it's just somebody's. Usually, it's like a personal thing where somebody by themselves has experienced this, and there's really no way to explain it. And they just get a feeling. But I've just never been there where I've gotten that feeling.
Right. Now, I mean, I've had moments where I watch like a scary movie, like Poltergeist, on DVD, and I'm creeped out to go to the bathroom even, alone.
That's scared. That's not. I mean, I think seeing a ghost is not only being scared, but being confused or not knowing. It's just that lack of knowing what it is.
I think when your senses are just so overexposed, I mean, you start seeing things that aren't there too. I mean, that could be something.
That could be. What's up, Lenny? Lenny?
Yeah. Hey, did you? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, that story I told you about. The story I told you about my friend Brad, his dad, was supposed to take him and his twin brother and a neighbor kid to see the Great Muppet Caper. Did I tell you that story?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, so he was supposed to take him and his brother, his twin brother, and the neighborhood kid to see the Great Muppet Caper. Well, when he got, his dad's not the best dad in the world, but so when he got there, the line was around the block, right, as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
When you sometimes you go to the movie and see the line stretch around the block, and he said, I'm not waiting in line to see no goddamn puppet movie. So what did he take him to see? Amityville Horror.
Oh my God! How old were these kids?
They were young. And he said,
oh, man.
He said, needless to say, I couldn't go to my basement until I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a. Now I don't know. Are you familiar with the Amityville story, Dan?
I've watched the movie, the remake that they did. Probably was about 2004, 2005, around there.
Okay. A lot of people say that wasn't real. That the kid, it was the son that did it. Was just a little out of his mind, and it wasn't really the house at all. I don't know. But now they've changed the house. You can't find the house is still there, but they've changed it so it doesn't have the windows that look like eyes anymore. Those windows have been replaced, and it's not recognizable anymore. Kind of takes the fun out of it, huh?
Oh yeah.
So you excited about our upcoming guest, Dan?
I'm definitely going to be listening in.
Which one strikes your fancy more, Kamala or Mark Human?
Wait, Kamala was the wrestler, right?
Yeah.
What is going on, Lenny?
I don't know. I guess you could assume that Kamala might be the one in contact with the ghosts, based on his attire.
Yeah, you would think the name would give it away, but you really haven't heard of Kamala, Dan?
No, should I have? I'm embarrassed that I haven't. Hold on.
Did you grow up watching professional wrestling?
Let's see.
We're being
Googled.
Yeah, Are you Wikipedia?
I'm Googling, yeah.
There's Wikipedia.
Yeah. Googling is a verb. I watched, I think, with Randy Man Macho Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, later Hulk Hogan.
Whoa, stop. Right,
let it go, Lenny. Let it go.
I mean, I wasn't big on wrestling. I had some friends that were.
First of all, you said Randy. You said Randy Man Macho.
Did I say Randy Man Macho Savage?
You did. That's all right. We know what you meant.
Yeah.
But he used to wrestle all those guys.
Right.
Kamala he's like one of the unknown guys, but he was famous.
He's a legend.
He is a legend, but like personally, nobody knew who he was.
Right, because he was wearing basically a disguise.
he had that makeup that was really scary on his lips. It used to frighten the bejesus out of me. I thought he was gonna. Well, he was promoted as the headhunter.
Headhunter.
And I thought
okay,
he was gonna eat me.
I got an image of Kamala.
It's scary looking, isn't it?
I know what he looks like now. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a scary looking guy.
I do remember this guy. I didn't remember the name. So now I feel
the name,
like
but once you see him, you can't. That's a face you don't forget.
No.
That makeup. Yeah. It's the combination of the face makeup and the moon and the stars. The whole Lucky Charms thing he's got going on there.
I'm seeing a big picture of him right now. He's got this mask on that makes his jaw just look enormous.
Yeah, that's his headhunter mask.
Sharp fangs.
He's a dangerous. He's a dangerous
real
man.
Face.
Yeah. But he's just he's just the nicest guy. seen him in interviews, and he emailed me back, and he wants to come on the show.